I'm Major Shawn Anger, and I'm an AOC. An air officer commanding it's a lot of things, really. It's not any one thing. Some people think of it as a mom and a dad, a guidance counselor, a disciplinarian, a good friend, shoulder to cry on. So you play a lot of different roles, and it's far more diverse than you would find in the active duty Air Force. Just like being an AOC is an interesting position. It's not your traditional commander. Well, being an AMT is not your traditional supervisor, superintendent, first sergeant. It's a mix of a lot of different things. I do lean on them a lot, obviously, and we spread our workload around. You're going to have somewhere between 25 seniors down to about 32 or 33 freshmen or 4 degrees. And your leadership in your first class cadets or your seniors are your cadet officers. And they're supposed to be taking an officer type role. And from there, you have your 2 degrees and 3 degrees, which are taking your senior NCO and your junior NCO type positions, whereas your 4th classmen are acting as airmen. Certainly the day that I left, and I took the picture, I got it through the rearview mirror of the vehicle that I still own today, of the academy in the rearview mirror. And it's not that I was good riddance when I left, it was, holy cow, that was the most challenging thing I've ever done in my life. I could not do another 4 years there. Because it was hard. I knew I had to get my master's degree. Hadn't done it yet. If you need a master's, we're going to send you. And I'm like, I'm on board with that. And this was my opportunity to get a master's. So I put the standard war colleges down, the service schools, Air Force school. And then I had number 5. I had to figure out, what am I going to do with number 5? Where goes number 5? And I'm like, well, academy grad. And they have this new-ish program, right, that would get you a master's degree. And you spend 2 years as an AOC. And I'm like, well, shoot, if they don't pick me for the first 4, I'll go out to Colorado. I work with the Academy Triathlon team. And the previous AOC for Squadron 6 was also working with the triathlon team. I didn't really know him. He's a F-16 guy, and so I started talking to him, and so I'd be in his squadron a little bit. And then I think he kind of talked me up a little bit to the group AOC and said, oh, by the way, his call sign is Rage, and they're the Raging Bulls. Your biggest piece of your job is the one thing that you're not required to do. There's a lot of things that I'm required to do. I'm required to go to meetings. I'm required to go to academic review committees, but I'm not required to spend time with cadets. You're not forced to, but yet that is where your biggest impact is. So for me, the opportunity to work with the cadets in various environments and at as much time as I want to give. And so that's going down to intramurals, having them over to my house, flying with my cadets down at the airfield. I try to never tell my squadron commander no. All right? I will sit there and I'll mentor and I'll talk and try to convince, but at the end of the day, he really wants to do something that's not against the rules. I'll let him go, and we'll see how it turns out. And certainly I will stop him before and try to catch him before either he falls or the squadron falls. A lot of that passion, and I'm big on passion. I want my cadets to have passion. I don't care what it is. I'll help them and maneuver them down the line, but I don't want to have to kick them in the butt to get them going. And spirit missions are a great way to show that kind of passion. And when they get, I don't want to ever tell them no either. In fact, I kind of really don't want to know what they're going to go do. I trust my squadron commander, and whatever they're coming up with, that it's going to be good and yet legit.